In 2001, Casey Jacobsen averaged 18 points and led Stanford to a 28-2 regular season record and a #1 seed in the West in the NCAA tournament.
A couple months before the NCAA tournament, there were people writing stories about Stanford going wire to wire, not going to lose a game, going to win the national championship. There's a lot of pressure. A lot of it has to do with timing. A lot of it has to do with big-time players like Casey stepping up.
They're hamstrung a little bit by their system and by their players, in as much as they maximize what their players can do throughout the regular season by way of scheme and by way of their players providing maximum ability throughout a game, and they can't really ratchet it up in the postseason.
The Stanford season ends with a loss to Maryland, 87-73.
Everybody, including Casey, was pretty upset. When you lose in the Elite Eight with the trip to the Final Four at stake, it's tough to lose.
Despite Stanford's disappointing finish, Jacobsen's value in NBA futures had risen.
He had said all year, I'm absolutely not going to go to the NBA, I'm not ready. And then after the last game, after the Maryland loss, he said, well, we'll see.
He's kind of narrow at the shoulder and narrow at the hip, and when you play in the bigs, you got to be broad at the shoulder, and you got to have a backyard that can compete.
He's going to be guarding the Kobe Bryants to Allen Houston's, you know, the best in the country, and those guys are so quick. He had to work on his lateral quickness defensively.
It's a dream of mine, but I want to be a college basketball player right now. I feel like I belong in college. I want to go to the NBA when I'm ready to contribute and play. I've never sat on the bench long, and I don't think I can do it very well.
In his junior year, Jacobsen, a marked man by defenders, has occasionally struggled to deliver without the strong supporting cast he enjoyed in his previous seasons.
He's getting keyed upon, and it's going to be important for him to learn how to get his own shot. He's always had guys around him to take the kind of pressure off him that he's seeing now. It's frustrating for him not to play well. But if you look at his career, every time he's had a setback, he's bounced a couple rungs higher on the ladder after that.
He's willing to, you know, kind of look in the mirror and say, all right, this is what people think of me, I'm going to prove them wrong. Most guys aren't like that. They'll accentuate the positive, or I think he works on whatever it takes.
He's just got this air about him that we all know one day he's going to be performing at the next level. We're going to see the same flash and fire on the floor in an NBA jersey.
He said there were some definite things he gave up in his childhood, but now 99% of the people wish they could be in his shoes. There are very, very few people that can say that they've accomplished what he has accomplished on the basketball court.
He's been groomed to be a basketball player, and I think he'll feel that he made his father really proud, that he was the one who succeeded.
Casey's playing for an audience of one. You can tell that he's still playing for approval from his dad. Last year during the NCAA tournament in the regional semi against Cincinnati, Casey had 27 points. And the second the final whistle blew, Casey looks right up in the stands to his dad. His dad is mouthing the words, "I love you," to Casey. It was as if there's nobody else in the entire arena.
It's hard to draw the line between father and coach. It's what I have dedicated my life to do. It's all worth it. The proudness that I have of him is very gratifying.
I'm sure it's going to become more evident as my career goes on that family is what it's all about, and it's been the story of my life.
Casey Jacobsen and his two older brothers had a regulation half court in their backyard, complete with lights. Inside, there was a high-ceilinged bedroom with plastic hoops at each end. The three went at it endlessly. Their mother, Becky, said, "The window shutters would be dangling. There would be ball prints all over my mirrors, and it smelled like a gym." The result is a player with unlimited shooting range and no fear. For College Sports Century, I'm Chris Fowler.